Hello everyone, and welcome back to Farm.22. We're back here on No Man's Land with Grober Games. So last time we did quite a bit of purchasing, and we're just hauling in the load of logs now from last time that we chopped down. Not a very big load, but we'll see what we get out of it here. And I believe the last time the plan was I was talking about, maybe doing another good load or two of logs, so that way we might be able to buy our next piece of equipment and such, our next upgrade, so to speak, is what I guess I'll be calling it. Because right now, we need a bigger tractor for our forage harvester. I thought the 5288 would be big enough, but apparently for this New Holland one, we need a little bit more horsepower. So there's a tractor I've been waiting for a while that I have in mind, and it's actually kind of within reach now. And one of the other things I thought about doing today, I'll kind of show you when we get up here, is that I thought about where we cut grass the last time to get the bales made for our mini biogas plant, which we haven't started feeding into yet. I thought about working this ground up and maybe sowing some actual grass there instead. And that way, that'll be kind of kind of the way we feed into the biogas plant, do grass silage to feed into it. And we also picked up that shed there. But right now, we're getting to the point, I think actually, I haven't checked for a while. There's another tractor for sale. Seems like all the good-sized tractors have been coming for sale on this series here. But that's not what I'm kind of looking at for a tractor. Plus, it's the one I'm looking at is actually a little bit cheaper than what that for sale price is. Yeah, that's what we're gonna look at. We were gonna look at the cattle because I think, yeah, our cattle just had another set of calves, so we're up to 15 cows now. And I think, yeah, we're gonna hold off. I think as soon as we have another set of 5 from these ones here, I think we're gonna end up taking those to town and selling them off. But they got enough hay to get them by yet, so they're good there for now. And all our crops are looking pretty dang good too as well, so I suppose one of the things we could do today too is get the auger set up and kind of get all that stuff squared away here. But right now, my main goal is to at least get one more good load of logs here loaded and sold. Actually, I wonder. That's what I should have looked at first this morning, is see how much planks are. Just because they're so much easier to handle than doing all this logging. Not quite the price I want them to be, so we'll just get another set of logs, that load of logs, and I think that'll be more than enough. And I actually did finally find a chisel plow mod I like, so I think if we get enough money today, we'll pick that up too. And we might end up selling the plow off as well, so I'm just gonna park the truck out here. But that's what the plan is kind of for today right now, is that we're gonna let's see here. Let's get our tractor wake back on here. Is that we're gonna work on getting enough money so we can buy our next tractor. And the other thing too that we need to buy that I just thought of right now that I would like to get this fall, so we might actually need to get a little bit more money, is a slurry tanker. So that way when we start getting digestate from our biogas plant, we can maybe save a little bit of money on fertilizer costs if we start spreading that instead. And there's a tanker I'm looking at, and I haven't decided if I wanted to go with a top spreader or if I want to kind of go with an injector setup on it. It could go either way, but I'd rather just pick one and start out that way for now type thing. But let's take a look at that quick. Just so that I have an idea Slurry tanks. There we go. I was looking at this one right here. The only thing I wish I could, I kind of like to get the like Michelin tires, but where like that tread pattern, but they just seem so awfully huge for that. But I don't know. There's also this Johnston one, which I kind of like as well. Got a good spread width, and it's kind of up my way of how I would want one of these. Actually, let's see what the Michelins look like. Maybe we'll work towards that one, because we don't... Worst case scenario, we could always just spread our digestate right in the spring when it comes around. We'll give us something else to do, but I was thinking of maybe getting one of these high-spec ones and doing it with the Amazon injectors. But I don't know. We'll see what we have the money for here. I want to get all these planks moved here first before we start logging, so that way we can kind of stockpile like a bunch again. So that way, when the price is right, we'll be able to make the most of our bang for our buck here. So we'll jump into the time lapse here, and when we get to the point where when I start getting ready to buy the new tractor and such, we'll jump back in from there. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
What you putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring?
Well, I think this is the only load of logs we're gonna need, judging how heavy it is. I had myself a little accident there and rolled the whole thing. I didn't think I was going that fast around that bend, but apparently I was going fast enough for it to lose balance. And I can say it's not my greatest stacking job on this trailer, so thank Lord for mods like Super Strength that we can get this stuff fixed here. Let's see what we get here. $23,000. That is more than enough, I think, for what I want to do here. So let's swing on over here to the shop. So since we're going to be buying this chisel plow, I might have sell the plow this season as well. We're kind of slowly exchanging all our equipment out at the rate we're going here, so the tractor I'm going to be buying us is one of my personal favorite brands. It's no longer in production anymore. We're going to be going with the white workhorse series. And we're not going to go with a front wheel assist one. We're going to still stick with the two-wheel drive ones. And we could also do a plowing setup on it yet, so that's kind of one of those cool things to see. But we're going to go with the dual row crops. And you know what? I want to get the curved pipe on it. And we're going to get 1,000 kilograms of weights. We're going to go for the bigger one. Oh, you know what? We might not have the money for it. We might be just a few dollars short. Yeah, we are. Well, that's unfortunate for us. I thought we were going to have more than enough. I wonder. Well, you know, we don't need weights right away either. I mean, not weights, but we didn't even do the cab configurations either. Which I think I would just go with the ISO bus. We can hold off on that stuff. We can. Did I accidentally get? Okay, I did not accidentally put GPS on it. The only thing we definitely will need is front weights, so well, let's get that for now. We can always grab the duals afterwards. So we're gonna go with the 9195 white, which has 202 horsepower, so that should be more than enough to handle our our chopper now. And I was gonna go with this here cultivator, the Alice Chambers 1500 minimum mill-till. And I think we're gonna get it bumped up to 10. We'll pick that up as well. And we'll get both those things loaded on the truck here. And we are pretty much dead broke again. So I'm trying to decide, do I really want to get another load of logs, or do I actually... I kind of actually want to break in the white today. We might do our tillage here with the chisel plow. Some tillage here with the chisel plow. I think we're gonna go work up that one piece of ground here that I was talking about doing earlier today. So let's see. Oh, this is gonna be nice. I can tell you one thing I'm still waiting for is that 2135 to come back from 19. As soon as that comes back, my life will be complete for this game. But you know what? This 9195 will have to do for now. I never driven a 9195 series. We've always just had a 2135 and we had a 6195 for a while, but we ended up getting rid of that. And the one thing I remembered about that 6195, it was a good tractor, but it was just probably one of the most rough riding tractors I have ever had the pleasure of being in. But let's get this back to the yard. Oh, I didn't give us a curved pipe. I gave us a chrome straight pipe. That's fine. Like I said, we'll change that out later. We don't have the money for right now, and we'll be fine without it. And this this white should be able to handle this chisel plow without any duals. If not, well, I better start rethinking my life choices of favorite tractors. Well, we'll head back to the yard here. And you know what? We'll see if we can do some tilling a new piece of ground with this, because I don't know if we can. I assume we can just because it's a plow, but don't want to assume too much here. I think we're just going to have the field start on the other side of that rock there. We'll unhook that. We'll drop the ramps here. And we'll give this thing a little test. Oh, missed strap. And we'll give this thing a little test drive here. Oh, this is exciting. And yeah, we'll start on the other side of this rock. I don't want to go too badly. Okay, yes, we can. So what I was saying is I don't really want to go too much into making fields around rocks like that too often. So right now this will do for now. We'll have to probably get our little editing. Yeah, we will definitely have to get our little editing tool. I did not realize we were that close to the gravel pad here. But that's fine. We'll make this work here. She is pulling this thing like it's nobody's business right now. You know, I thought this thing said it was 5 meters. Did I misread that? I suppose it is actually about 5 meters. It just, I don't know. I guess that plow was bigger than I thought it was, type thing. And you know what? We're gonna head back to the other end of the field here, just so I know exactly where our cutaway is at, so to speak. Just because I get very particular about this. And let's redo this patch right here. I don't want to get too close to the edge, because I know eventually when we start getting a little bit wider stuff, we'll want to have a little bit of a border. There we go. And I guess I could always touch it up too a little bit more later on with the editing tool. Yep, we're started a little too early, but that's fine. Like I said, we can always just touch things up. Let's back this up. And we'll just head straight down the field. Well, I think this is what we'll do for the rest of this episode. We'll work on getting this field etched out and done. Another nice little patch here. I think we might put another building up back here in this area where we're not exactly chisel plowing, so. Or maybe we'll think of something else. Who knows for sure. We'll probably have to put a side road back here eventually when we start expanding even further back. But you know, that seems so far away yet. Granted, we've already come so far in such a little time, it feels like, but we'll jump back into the time lapse here and we'll see you guys at the end.
behind as their slow fires die down. Once we left, we found it harder and harder to slow down. 'Cause we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown. 1,000 good miles. The years have come and gone, but we're right where we feel we belong. And anyone else would have turned back by now. But we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown, leaving everyone behind as their slow fires die down. Once we left, we found it harder and harder to slow down. Yeah, we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown, leaving everyone behind as their slow fires die down. Once we left, we found it harder and harder to slow down. 'Cause we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown. 1,000 good miles. Yeah, yeah, 1,000 good miles. Oh, 1,000 good miles. Oh, yeah, 1,000 good miles. Ooh, yeah, 1,000 good miles.
All right, everyone. I think we're going to start wrapping up the episode. Not too exciting episode, but you know, we still bought a few new pieces of equipment here. Are these all ready? Ooh, we are probably gonna... Yes, we are gonna be... Let's start. We're gonna start getting these in the BGA so we can start producing some power for our farm here. They're becoming self-sustaining, so to speak. Start dropping these bales off in there, and that'll get us a little extra income in. I don't know how much we're gonna be making off this, but you know, we're basically getting free fertilizer. We're gonna be getting digestate out of it, so we'll be basically getting free fertilizer. Oh, there we go. We got the first bale in there. I'm kind of wondering, because basically all the first funding we get out of this, we're gonna finish the lot we're on for it. I wonder. Let's. Yep, silage. Start running that. So I'm guessing it's got a... How much silage does it take to make? 840 silage for 756 energy plus methane plus 252 digestate. Okay. Wow, it's going through it at a pretty good right there, jeepers. I didn't think it'd be burning up the silage that fast, especially with the way the sawmill works, but we'll at least get this one sleeve of bales emptied here. The other one's not quite there yet. So I think one thing I'm going to do too, I think we're going to change our balers out. We're going to get a little bit more of a modern one, and one that can make a little bit bigger bales. And we're also going to probably sell the bale wrapper. We don't really have a use for it anymore because I plan to just do all silage and use our silo to ferment everything, so that way we don't have to worry about trying to create a bale line here for storage and such for wrapping it. And that'll give us a little bit more funding towards our next purchase, which will be a slurry tanker. And probably a few other things, to be honest with you. Because we got everything we need to make forage now. We got the tractor, the equipment, the blower, and everything. We just will have to start working on that next year, and that'll be something else to add to our yearly routine, so to speak, of things to do, at least. Something... Oh, apparently clipped the side of the building there. Something to break up the monotony of all our other tasks, add something new to it. So, but I think this is where we're going to end up. Wait, are we? Am I below? Okay. Can't tell. No, we're not. I'm just losing my mind. For some reason, I thought we were already gaining money from it, but we'll see what we get for next month for all this, because we do get paid at the end of the day, so to speak, for all the silage we put in here. So I'm just hoping that this mod isn't too like crazy broken type thing, you know. Like, I know silage you could always make a lot of money off of. In fact, it's been a pretty nice little staple, but I've been trying to stay away from abusing it too much, so that way it doesn't make this series too easy, so to speak. So hopefully it's not that way, but otherwise, I think this is where we're going to end it here today, everyone. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date to the latest series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.